From?
Quest for good teeth.
Brought to you from, where are we? Gita Nagari. Gita Nagari is a very nice farm community. We'll say a bit more about that in due course of time. Oh, that's something. Maybe I'm going to need some water.
Yeah, I'm going to use some.
So today I'm just waking up. No, I've been up for a while. It's 7 o'clock in the morning here, and it's been very nice weather. All autumn weather.
Right behind.
Okay. So let us begin. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatang Vitang Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanditangscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Kalpatarubhyascha Vipa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So today we will more or less do as usual. We have actually we have a special guest with us today. And he's looking at me right now with some sort of grave scowl. Like,
technically, I'm a host.
Huh?
Technically, I'm a host, not a guest.
Yeah, he's technically the host. He's hosting me in his apartment right now. But he's simultaneously a host and a guest because he's a guest on the program. And he's sitting just here, anxious to play the mridanga.
You won't be that anxious once I start playing.
But actually, we won't be singing for a little while.
Okay.
Because first, what we do is we go through the song that we sing. And we look at some of the words, and read the translation and so on. Hare Krishna. We'll be hearing from Sarvatma in due course.
And you should probably show Radha Govinda the bosses.
Yes, why not? Let's show Radha Govinda, the divine bosses, beautiful deities here. Shri Radha Govinda ki jai. Beautifully dressed by Sarvatma's good wife, Divyananda. Okay, now I don't really want to see myself so much, so I'm going to do this. And then we can go to our song. But first, a quick review of last week's song. We're continuing with Narottama Thakur's Prarthana, and this is Swabhista Lalasa, song number 5. That was last week. And he's continuing to express his anticipation of being engaged in intimate service, obtaining the spiritual body of a gopi. Chadiya Purusha Deha Kave Va Prakriti Hava. Interesting. He says first, Chadiya, having given up Purusha Deha, a male body. Then Kave, which is the question word when.
You want something for your throat?
Just
water?
Just the water will do. Maybe I just put it down here. Habe va prakriti hava. Then I will attain a female body. In this case, prakriti can mean female. Du ange chandana porabo. I will anoint the limbs of the divine couple with sandalwood paste. And you might remember, as I'm just now remembering, we were reading description of Anantadev in 5th canto, in which the devotees are smearing Lord Anantadev's arms with sandalwood. And as a result, they're becoming agitated. Well, we'll come back to that later, time allowing. So I won't spend more time with this song from last week. Let's go to today's song, which is song number 6 of Prarthana, Swabhista Lalasa, song number 6. Abhishta, Swabhista, one's own or his own, Narottama Thakur's own longing, lalasa, and hope or desire. Okay, it's going to be the longest of this group. It has 8 verses, and it's kind of more of the same, just more details of how he wants to serve Radha and Krishna. Vrndavane is filled with blossoming flowers, the dancing of peacocks, and the sounds of cuckoos and bumblebees. By the way, there are not cuckoos, there are peacocks here at Gita Nagari. And I saw them yesterday. They all hang out next to the barn. I wonder why they hang out next to the barn.
There's food.
There's food. Okay. When in the association of the dear gopis, will I melodiously sing in a charming cottage in a grove of Vrndavane? Notice that they will be, that he will sing melodiously. And Narottama Thakura is known for his singing. Said that he established a new style of kirtan. Priya sahacarī sańge, gāiyā jāibe rańge, manohara nikuñja kutire. He's going to do this in a kutir, in the kunja. When seeing the slowly and gracefully moving divine couple, will my hair stand on end because of the ecstasy in my heart. Slowly and gracefully moving couple. Duhuka mantara gati. Mantara, I believe, means slow and graceful. And duhuka, again, it must mean the two. We have so many words for the two, the couple. Duhuka mantaragati kautuke herabo ati. Herabo means I will see. Onge bori pulaka antare. Pulaka, the hairs of the body, antare, standing up. When, in the company of the gopis, will Srimati Radharani gesture that she wants me to comb her hair? And when will I then take the comb in my hand and carefully comb her curling locks? Chodike sakir maje. So cho means four, dike is directions, four directions means all around, basically. And sakir maje. Maje is from Sanskrit madhye, which means amidst, in the middle. Radhikar ingite. Ingite means when she indicates, she makes a little gesture like, now it's the time to do your service. Chiruni loya kore kori. Chiruni must mean comb, because loya means having taken, kori, kori, kore, kori. Kutila, kuntala shab. Kutila means crooked or curled. Vitaria āńca-rab, I don't know. Bonaibo, vichitra kavari. Bonaibo would be the verb. So I guess it means combing. And four, when will I anoint Srimati Radharani's limbs with sandalwood paste and musk? When will I give her beautiful garlands? When will I gaze on her moon-like face as I decorate it with tilak markings drawn in sandalwood paste and kumkuma? Mriga malayaja. Shab onge lepabo. Lepabo means I will smear. Shab onge, all of her limbs. Poraibo manohar har. Poraibo. I guess means giving. Manohar har. Hara means garland. Chandan kumkume tilak bonaibo. I will put tilak. Herabo, again, I will see. Mukha sudakar. Mukha, the faces, sudakar, which are intoxicating. Something like that. Oh, here it says moon-like. Yeah. When will I carefully dress Srimati Radharani in blue garments? When will I place jeweled anklets on her feet? When will I take water from a jar and wash her reddish lotus feet? When will I then dry her feet using my own hair as a towel? That's so Nila, of course, is blue. Patambara, dress. Jatone, Paraibo. Jatane, I think, means with carefulness, with effort. Paraibo, I will place. Paye, Dibo, Ratana, Manjire. Ratana is probably Ratna. Manjira, not Machari, Manjira, something. Bringarer, Jale, Aranga, Charana, Hoaibo. Wow. Muchabo, Apon Chikure. Lots of interesting words here, which I won't try to figure out. I will take water from a jar, her reddish, and wash her lotus feet. And then drying her feet with the towel of her own hair. Muchabo must mean dry. Apon chikure. Apana means one's own. Chikure must mean hair. When will I make a couch of lotus petals for the divine couple? When will I gently fan them with a white chamara whisk? Now, the translation is always saying when, like the rhetorical question, when is this going to happen? But I haven't found, maybe it's there, I haven't found the word kobe, which would be when. It seems more like he's anticipating, I'm going to be doing this. One could say, well, he's taking the kobe from previous songs, which would make sense. Kusuma kamala dale, lotus dale means petals, kamala lotus, kusuma flowers, sheja, I don't know, bichaibo, probably means making or preparing. And then Shoyana koraibo, I guess, jhańkāre. Donha again for the two, making for the two, Shayana lying down. Koraibo, I will make. Dabala chamara ani, taking, I don't know what is dabala. Taking a chamara, mridu bijabo. Bijabo, what was that? Fanning, okay. Fanning with a white fan. Charamita duhuka sharire. Then number 7. When from a golden box will I take betel nuts and camphor and place them in the lotus mouths of the divine couple? When will I carefully chew the aromatic remnants of such betel nuts which have become mixed with nectar from mouths of the divine couple? Kanaka samputta kori, karpur tambula bhori. Huh?
Karpur is a dog?
No, karpura. Karpura. And that would be kukura. Acha. Dziękuję. Sarvatma is tired of hearing me grumbling and growling. Best quality. Huh?
Yeah. Quality you're not finding.
Let's see if I can get it out of here. With honey. Okay. Kanaka is gold. Samputa is a box. Karpur tambula bhori. Bhori means filled. Jogaibo donhar vadane. Let's see. I will put into their mouths this camphor tambula. Then, what does he do? When, he makes it again, when will I carefully chew the aromatic remnants? Adar sudha rase. Aromatic, he's translating, sudha. Adhara means, literally it means lower lip, but it seems to always refer to the lips. Tambula suvase, bokabo, I will eat, I will enjoy. Adhika jotane, with great care, jotane. And finally, O Lokanath Goswami, O my spiritual master, O friend of the poor and wretched conditioned souls, O ocean of mercy, please hear the appeal of this person who is very miserable and poor-hearted. O Radha and Krishna, O holy land of Vrndavane, O intimate gopi friends of the divine couple, I beg that you all grant this charity to me. Please fulfill these desires. So all of the words here are in the vocative. So vocative case, he's addressing directly. O Shri Guru, O ocean of mercy, Karuna Sindhu, O Lokanath, Dinabandhu, you are the friend, Bandhu, of the Dina, of the wretched. Mui dine koro avadan. Koro avadan. So avadan means attention, and we see sometimes, you can see signs in Bengal, shabdan, which is sa avadan, with attention. So it's calling attention. Koro avadan, make attention. To me, who am Dina, who am wretched. And then he's addressing Radha Krishna, O Vrndavane, priya narma śikhigan. So the assembly, the gana of the priya narma Sakhis, who are the most intimate of the Sakhis. Narottama edan. Narottama prays edan for this charity, for this benediction. Okay, that's the song in brief, and now we can try singing it. If you wanted to follow the words.
Awesome.
No? All right. We have Sarvatma Prabhu's harmonium, which has German reeds. Okay.
Guru Maharaj, excuse me, maybe to put the original sound for musicians on, if it's not already.
Somebody is saying something.
Yes, Guru Maharaj, if you would be kind just to put original sound for musicians on.
Yeah. I always forget that. Okay. Kusumita Vrndavane Nacata śikhigan Kusumita Vrndavane Nacata śikhigan pika kula bhramara jhańkāre pika kule bhramara jhańkāre priya sahacarī sańge gāiyā jāibe rańge priya sahacarī sańge gāiyā jāibe rańge manohara nikuñja manohara nikuñja Hari Hari manohara ulibe amara Hari Hari manohara ulibe amara dukkha mantara gati kotuke haribo ati dukkha mantara gati kotuke haribo ati āńge bori ulaka āńca-rab āńge bori ulaka āńca-rab chori kesakire maje radikara ingite chori kesakira maje radikara ingite chiruni loya kore kore chiruni loya kore kore kutila kuntala sava vitaliya āńca-rab kutila kuntala shaba vitariya āńca-rab bonaibo vichitra kabari bonaibo vichitra kabari mrigamada malayacha śikhigan lepabo mrigamada malayacha śikhigan lepabo paraibo manohara hara paraibo manohara hara chandana kunkame tilaka bonaibo herabo. Oh, I forgot. Second time. Chandana kunkume tilaka bonaibo herabo mukha sudaka herabo mukha sudaka nila patambada jatane podaibo nila patambada jatane podaibo payedibo Prarthana manjire payedibo Prarthana manjire bringarera jale ranga charane joaibo bringarera jale ranga charana doaibo mochabo apana chikure mochabo apan chikure kusuma kamala dale sejabat jāibe kusuma kamala dale saja bichaibo shayana korabo dohakare shayana koraibo dohakare davala chamara ani mridu midu bijabo davala chamara ani mridu midu bijabo charamita dukkha sharire charamita dukkha sharire Kanaka samputta kori karpura tambula bori Kanaka samputta kori karpura tambula bori jogaibo Vrndavane Jogaibo Vrndavane Adara Sudhara se Tambula Subase Adara Sudhara se Tambula Subase Bokabo Adika Jatane Bokabo Adika Jatane Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Lokanata Dinabandhu Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Lokanata Dinabandhu Muidine Koro Abadana Muidine Koro Abadana Radha Krishna Vrndavane priya narma śikhigan Radha Krishna Vrndavane priya narma śikhigan Narottama mage edana Narottama das mage edana Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Hari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo So one point about this song I think is interesting is we're getting a description of elements of archana. Archana is deity worship. Deity worship is offering so many different items and services to the Lord, and Narottama is describing such services in the context, in the mode of direct and very intimate service to the Lord. But the understanding, what we may appreciate, is that when we're worshiping the deities, Radha, Krishna, it's understood, Radha and Krishna, the deities are the Lord. They are directly sakshat, they are the Lord and his consort, and therefore the service one is doing, dressing, offering garlands, offering the bhoga, all the different services one is doing. It's actually direct service. We always say, yes, it's service yes, thank you. It's service through the guru. Well, yes, but at the same time, it's direct. Prabhupada also says that about the chanting of Hare Krishna. We're chanting Hare Krishna. We're directly serving the Lord, and that's indicated by the fact that it is the mantra is in the vocative case. We're calling out Krishna. O Krishna, O Radha, O Rama. Okay, on that note, now I want to introduce Sarvatma Prabhu, longtime friend, longtime keeper of me on the narrow path. And long ago, roommate in Santa Barbara. When I had no place to live, he picked me up from the streets. Well, not exactly.
Durashraya. Durashraya.
Yeah.
False shelter.
Oh. And he took me into his nice residence, which was super convenient. When I was studying at University of California, Santa Barbara, which I was urged to do by Sarvatma Prabhu's guru, Hridayananda Das Goswami Maharaj, who at that time was himself living in Santa Barbara, and with whom he invited me to stay with him for the first semester. So that was never a dull moment.
To put it mildly.
And it meant taking walks at least twice a day, sometimes 3. Sarvatma, can you tell us a little about how you joined the Hare Krishnas?
Oh, I don't know if we have the time for that. It was a
maybe the shorter version,
convoluted story. Well, I had an epiphany. Epiphany is a spiritual experience or a religious realization when I was living in the South American country of Uruguay, and all of a sudden I could no longer, let's say, nobody could relate to me anymore, as I became absorb and obsess with the idea of God and self-realization. So I decided to remove myself from society and friends, as neither family nor friends could understand my transformation, and went to Brazil and moved myself into the jungle, where I found an abandoned hut, a very small one, the size of a Volkswagen bus, and lived there with no resources. I had no pots or pans, no way to make fire, no food, and I only carry a few books, and I had an instrument, a saxophone. So there was a river nearby, very close, and I drank the water from the river, and there were some coconut trees. So sometimes, if I was lucky, a coconut would fall and I would drink it. And I was meditating on God. I didn't know who God was. I suspected God was a person. So I will pray. You can turn the light on. I would pray to God to show himself to me. Actually, I prayed for God to show herself to me. I suspected God was a woman, because otherwise I saw no explanation why there would be sunsets and rainbows and flowers in the world, because men don't care about those things. So I suspected God was definitely female. I was half wrong. I wasn't fully wrong. And then one day I decided to go to town after many months, maybe 6 months in the jungle by myself, only drinking water and coconut water. And I met a devotee who was no longer practicing Krishna consciousness. She was in a wheelchair. And because I was interested in healing, I talked to her and I said, I have a God-given gift to heal. Maybe I can help you walk. I mean, it won't cost anything. I won't touch you. It won't hurt. And she said, well, I am not in pain. Matter of fact, half my body has been paralyzed from birth. So I feel half the pain that you do. And the body mostly gives pain, very little pleasure. Also, I have the body that I deserve, because I believe God gave me the result of my actions. So must have been something that I did. And if I had an able body, I would not have been able to go everywhere. But people, when they see me, they only see the body. So they take me wherever I need to go. And ultimately, I'm not the body. I'm the soul. So that was enough for me to say, whatever you have, I want. And she told me, I asked her, where do you get this? What is this philosophy from? And she said, the Hare Krishnas. And I didn't know anything. Well, I knew one thing. I read in a magazine, there was a picture of Prabhupada. That picture of Prabhupada looking like this, very regal. And I thought, wow, this person sees what other people don't see. So I started walking around like this myself, see if I could see something. And I didn't see anything. I couldn't see literally anything. And then the blurb, the description under Prabhupada said, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, the Hare Krishna movement. All their bills are paid by George Harrison, and they only eat lettuce and walnuts. That was a full description. So
lettuce and walnuts.
Lettuce and walnuts. Yeah, that was full diet of the Hare Krishna movement. So she laughed at me when I repeated what I saw, and she said, no, actually, they eat very well, and it's very nice. So I said, so what should I do? And she said, well, go to the temple on Sunday. It may have been middle of a week, maybe a Wednesday. Go to the temple on Sunday and see if you can become a monk. And so I did. I went on to the temple on Sunday, and although I had one very...
Which city was that?
That was in Salvador, Bahia, North Brazil. Huh. And she spoke very wonderfully about prasadam. And because I hadn't eaten anything in 6 months, nothing solid, I wasn't in any position to be picky about the food. So when they served the Sunday feast, it was like a plate with many varieties of things that they all resemble suspiciously oatmeal. All of them, maybe 6 of them. And then there was a little bread. So I tried the bread and I thought, oh, this is very good. And then I tried everything else and it was horrible, all of it.
Oh,
yeah. And I couldn't understand why it was so distasteful. Like one was too salty, too sweet, too hot, too sour, too bitter. It was all wrong. And I was thinking right before I met the devotees that I was going to fast for 40 days, complete fast. I was already fasting. I only drank water and coconut water, but I was going to fast completely, stop even drinking water, because I read that Jesus and Muhammad and Buddha, they all did that, fasted for 40 days in order to achieve spiritual enlightenment. So I was totally in the mood for that. And because I knew austerity is the key to spiritual knowledge and realization. And then it occurred to me, but fasting for 40 days cannot compare to eating this crap for the rest of my life. The austerity is much, much bigger. So the Hare Krishnas are geniuses. They must be all fully enlightened. And so I thought, yeah, this is a good thing. I'm gonna eat this horrible stuff for the rest of my life. I'm gonna achieve samadhi in no time at all. And that was it. I joined the temple and didn't leave since yet. So that's a revealing story.
That's very revealing. And was that an impetus for you to become the excellent cook that you are?
Well, Prabhupada said, if you want to eat well, you become a cook. So I always had a very refined palate. Uh-huh. And also I have a refined ear. And so, yes, I wear earplugs to kirtans, and and I decline certain preparations. Yeah, there was a time I was distributing books in New York, and I will go back to the temple late, and the only thing left was lemon pickle and puris. So that's what I ate for several months while I was distributing books there.
Lemon pickle and puris.
Yes.
And you remained healthy.
I didn't die.
Speaking of book distribution, I remember a story you told. I think you were in LA or in Santa Barbara, and you were on the street and you were distributing a book to some, I guess, young lady. And you had some dates with you.
Oh, that was at the airport in New York City at JFK.
That was New York.
It was customary for me to carry some Mahaprasadam from a temple just for when I had a time for a break. When I met someone nice, then I will sit and share some prasadam with them, just a little something from breakfast. But that day I already had broken my fast, and I'm eaten. And I met this lady, and I said, well, where are you coming from? She said, Vrndavane. She was at an international airport, an American, and I approached her, and people, when you ask them, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Slovakia or Croatia or whatever I am from. But she said Vrndavane. And I said, wow. She said, you know Vrndavane? Oh, yes, of course I know Vrndavane. She said, yeah, I was traveling in India and somehow or other I ended up in Vrndavane and I could not leave. I fell in love and I just somehow or other, I can't think of anything but Vrndavane. So I decided, oh, this is a good person to take a break with. So but I only had some dry fruit with me. So I said, after speaking about Vrndavane and Krishna and Radharani for a while, I said, do you want a date? And when you say that to a woman, do you want to go on a date? Means, do you want to be my girlfriend, basically? She was very shocked that I say those words. Do you want to date? And I could see the surprise in her face, but I did not understand why. And then it occurred to me, I said, well, I also have figs and apricots and other things. Oh, yeah, of course. Yes, sure. Sorry. Yes. I'll take some.
So she didn't run away.
She didn't run. No.
Speaking of New York, I was just there, and I've also been reading this very nice book, which I showed everyone. Was it last week? No, it was 2 weeks ago, I think I showed, but I'll show it again. The biography of āńca-rab Prabhu. Many, if not all of you, have been hearing kirtans of āńca. This is āńca Kirtan Revolution by Kalachandji Das. Kalachandji is the younger brother of Tamal Krishna Goswami. So because Sarvatma has a copy of this book, he offered that I could borrow it. And so I've been reading. And what I've been reading is how āńca in New York he bought a truck, a van, a big box. What is it called? A box truck? Box truck. And then he sort of single-handedly built this traveling altar. And I don't know if I can show that, if you'll be able to see this. But
yeah, if you put it close enough to the middle.
Yeah. So on the top left is the truck. You see the kirtan there. And then also here. So he would drive this around and park it in different places in New York City and just open it up and start kirtan. And many times he was by himself because as Kalachandji points out, he really, from practically the beginning, āńca understood that Harinam Sankirtan is what we are about. What's this?
That is me as a brahmachari in New York in 1986.
Wow.
And
and that's the truck.
I struck. Yes.
Wow, you were there. So I don't know with the reversals, but on the far left, whoops, that's another picture.
Yeah.
Change. Oh, that's you again.
Yes.
Well, but all be done.
After Indra left for Vrndavane, he left the truck, so I will take it out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So in the book, it's describing in a very wonderful way, because Kalachandji is really an excellent writer. How āńca was so determined to make kirtan no matter what. He saw that the devotees were engaged in so many other activities. The temple leaders were concerned about the finances of the temple, and so much of it was about raising funds for maintaining the temple and so on, which is understandable. But Indra understood in a different way. He said, let's just chant Hare Krishna. That's the Yuga Dharma, and everything will come. And that was his experience. Sometimes other devotees would join him, other times not. And it's described. One time, I found this very humorous. One time he performed a little skit in the temple. It was during the breakfast prasadam, so all the devotees were there. And he and I think it was one other devotee were outside the prasadam room, and they came into the prasadam room making kirtan. And then they made a sort of spontaneous skit to highlight. It was like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, we're making Sankirtan. Well, why are you doing that? We have to maintain the temple. We have to do this and we have to do that. And in this way, he dramatized his point. And as a result, so many devotees joined him for his Harinam program, but only for a short time. Then after, some time they would again go back to their other services. And at one point, Indra decided, okay, that's enough. It's not going, he's not getting the support he needs in New York. He said, I'm going to Vrndavane. And he said, and I'm not coming back. And that seems to have been the case.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was interrupting
you. No. I have nothing.
That was it. That was the short version.
That's it. My biography is a cliff note.
And ever since then, Sarvatma's he inspires a lot of devotees since so many years. He's, as we said, an excellent cook and excellent musician. And regarding the cooking, one thing that I appreciated, what I saw in Santa Barbara, is sometimes he would invite somebody home for dinner. And this was his preaching. I mean, it was one aspect of his preaching, but he would bring someone home, he would cook a fantastic meal, not with many preparations. It would be usually, kind of simple, but still very satisfying. He would feed them, and then in the course of conversation, bring it some way in a nice and tasteful way, bring it around to Krishna consciousness. He still does that.
Trying.
Yeah. He's also a counselor, so if you need to get yourself straightened out, just call Sarvatma. Also, we had programs.
The number is 1-800-GET-OVER-IT.
I don't know if they got that joke. What? 1-800-GET-OVER-IT. In other words, the advice for all conditions is just get over it. Life goes on. It's like in Germany, we had 2 mantras on Sankirtan for if one was having a little trouble. One was einfach weitermachen, just keep going. And the other mantra was, Das ist nur dein Geist. It's just your mind. And basically with these two mantras, we were kept out on the streets in all weather conditions and all conditions. What should we talk about? Do you have a topic you'd like to share with? Shall I introduce everyone to you?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay. We have a bit of a crowd this time. So where shall I start? On the top row, we have Kirtida Nandini in Slovenia. And she is a professional hairdresser. And she's, it's interesting. She takes every opportunity herself to preach because when somebody is getting their hair dressed, they can't go anywhere.
No, they have to listen.
They have to listen.
Yeah. Actually, there's a devotee and still a devotee in Australia. His name is Dhruva, and he used to be a barber. And some devotee went to his barber shop and dropped off a couple of small books, Easy Journey and Beyond Birth and Death, I believe. And, barbers between customers, they have time. So he sat down and read one of the books and then left the job and went to the temple. So that was it.
I thought you were going to say then he would preach to the others in his barbershop.
He did continue to, he was a book distributor and preacher. Yeah, really nice devotee.
And then we have Madhupuri in Mendoza.
Oh, Hare Krishna.
Do you have any comments about Mendoza?
Mendoza is a very beautiful town. Yeah, I remember being there with my parents when I was maybe 13 or 14.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
At the foothill of the Andes.
Yes. And then we have, very well, Daityesha.
Daityesha, actually, he translated for me when I was in Argentina giving classes, and he's a very good translator.
But you would correct him.
Yeah, I will correct him when I would speak in English. He will translate into Spanish, and sometimes he didn't get the gist of what I was saying, so I will tell him in Spanish without an accent. No, that's not what I said. This is what I said. And people would look at me. What's wrong with him? Why is he? He's speaking to him in Spanish. Why doesn't he speak to us in Spanish? It was because I had spent too many years in the States, so I was thinking in English. I couldn't not think in Spanish. It's good to see you, Daityesha Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
And then we have Lalita. She is near Bhaktivedanta Manor with her husband Jaya Lakshman. And dear Lalita is quite the gardener, with flowers and, since more recently, I guess you can say, also vegetables. And then, moving quickly, of course, we could spend more time with each of you, but there's Prema Sarovara and Gora Nataraj. And where are they? They're in Beijing.
Ni hao.
Prema Sarovara, thank you for your message. I'm glad to hear that the book is translated now. Prema Sarovara has been translating this book on cows into Mandarin.
谢谢.
And she is now looking for a publisher. And then we have Charlotte, also near Bhaktivedanta Manor. She is in Watford. And are you still working at the music school, Charlotte? Yes, she says. No. Looking for.
I'm going to make it full screen.
Oh, that's all right here.
Oh, actually, you can do it with a green too.
Oh, this, okay. Yeah. And then we have Kavichandra, who's in Wrocław, Poland.
Oh, dzień dobry.
You're not translating today, Kavichandra?
You're muted.
He's muted. Anyway, he's nodding. I don't know if the nodding is yes, I'm not, or
It's
yes,
like,
I am.
It's like the Indian thing. It means yes, no, maybe, I don't know.
And yes, Kavichandra is long time involved in computer work, I would say, with different companies. And he's much sought after for his talents. He's also a musician, and he plays recorder and keyboard, isn't it? Well, of course, harmonium, but also, and he composes his own songs in Polish and performs reggae, and does this at Rathayatras especially.
Wow. You know that Madhava, the Madhava, he used to be a reggae drummer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, basically, you don't have to be fully alive to be a reggae drummer. Yeah, you can have one neuron left and still play the drums for a reggae band. That's right.
Okay, and then we have Bernd and Ramona. Bernd and Ramona have been just recently joining us, and despite their understanding of very little English, they are patiently attending, and
where are
they? They're somewhere in Germany, in what is that area called? I forget. It's, as I understand, sort of Western, former East Germany.
Wunderbar.
And then we have Hriday Rama, who insists on calling himself Galaxy A12.
I think it may be the name of his phone, but you know,
yeah,
maybe. Where is he?
He's in Croatia, in Rijeka.
Okay.
Rijeka is a happening place, or it's potentially a happening place.
Really? Dobar dan. Prijata kako si.
And we have Rajamohini, who is, you're presently in Munich, as I imagine.
Where is she?
Rajamohini is...
oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah, she's originally from Turkey. And she's you wouldn't know it, but she's a mathematician.
Merhaba.
Which means?
Hello.
Oh. She's a mathematician, and she is taking a break from her math studies and wanting to go into philosophy, and now taking a Turkish VBT service.
Teşekkür ederim.
Which means?
Thank you.
Oh, okay. And we have Suryakunda, who is in Zagreb, and Suryakunda is working at a private kindergarten. What do you call it? I always forget. It's this famous education
A possible
system.
lawsuit, if we call it.
What is it called? Surya Kunda? Always takes devotees some time to find the switch to turn
Yes.
on the microphone.
You can press the space bar and that will unmute you. Just hold it down.
Well, space bar may not be there.
Okay.
In any case.
Dobro.
Okay, and then we have Yaritsa. Yaritsa is in Slovenia,
Hvala.
northern Slovenia, and she is, I would call her a mystical therapist.
Send good vibes this way.
Well, vibes is exactly her method. She uses these tuning forks. I mean, this is part of what she does. She has these tuning forks of different sizes, and she puts on your body. But she also creates interesting yantras. And there's Anandamayi, who is also in Poland, in the southeast of Poland. And Anandamayi is an artist, and she's also doing some writing. I think you're writing about the mind, and in an analytical way. No? Not anymore.
She lost her mind.
That may. And then we have Anandita Rama and Amarachandra, who are near Heidelberg. And they're also usually not English speakers, but despite that, here they are.
Grüß Gott.
And they've been giving a lot of service for the Heidelberg Yatra.
Oh, nice.
And whoops, everything changed. Oh, then Krishna Ragini is with us. Krishna Ragini is in Timisoara, Romania.
Oh, wow. Bună ziua.
It's a place I haven't been in some decades. And it's a place where, how to say it in a nice way, they've been having their challenges with regard to where to locate themselves physically. Temple, establishing a place of residence for Gornitai. Yeah. Then we have Jananivas, who I just visited less than 2 weeks ago. Jananivas is in Connecticut.
Oh, an American?
He's from Uruguay, actually, aren't you, Jananivas?
Okay. Actually, I have a story about Uruguay. My cousin, who was, he passed on. He was born the same day, same month, and same year I was born. And we met in Israel when we were both teenagers, because he was born in Uruguay, lived in Brazil. And he told me that he was going to India. This was in 1973. He was taking a ship from Bombay, from Haifa to Bombay for $25. So he invited me to go with him. I declined. I had other plans. And then he told me years later that he was, in order to make a living, to stay in India, which wasn't very expensive, he would actually buy whiskey in India and take it to Pakistan, where they're not supposed to drink. The Muslims are not supposed to drink.
He would smuggle it.
He will smuggle it. He will take a box, of 10 Shivas Regal, expensive whiskey, and sell it, and then come back and live in India for a few months. So one of those times he was arrested at the border, and he was kept in jail for 3 days. And nobody spoke English. He didn't know why he was being arrested. And eventually, after 3 days of being in jail, he figure out a way to call someone who spoke English and talk to the guard. And he asked, what are the charges? Why I'm being detained? And they told him because of forged documents. He said, what do you mean forged documents? I have my passport is legal. And the guard said, there is no such country as Uruguay. And he had to get an atlas and point right there. And oops, you can go.
There's no such country as Uruguay.
Yeah.
So, Jananivas, your country doesn't exist.
Yes.
Sorry
yes.
to tell you.
Yes. Sorry, you believed a lie for so many years.
Then we have Sitarani in Hong Kong.
Hare Krishna.
Sitarani has been doing service, all kinds of service for the Hong Kong temple for how many years now? So many years. 2007? Something like that. Yes.
Nice.
And she's also been very helpful. She's a yoga teacher, and she's also written a book on yoga. A nice small book, very attractive for Hong Kong people. And you were getting it translated into Mandarin also, weren't you? Putonghua. Is it done? It's done. Jai. We're asking questions with yes or no answers this time.
Okay, good.
They don't want to turn on.
All right.
Okay, then we have, I think this is Natalia, isn't it? Natalia is in Vienna, and she comes from Russia, but she's in Vienna, and she's an opera singer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Очень хорошо, товарищ.
He is knowing so many languages. So, yes, and Natalia's been enthusiastically taking part in the Vienna temple activities. There's something interesting about the Vienna Yatra, which I like very much. And that is that ISKCON Vienna has a very nice, friendly, cooperative relationship with the local Gaudiya Math. Because it's a very nice Gaudiya Math,
okay.
Which has a purpose-built temple south of Vienna, a very nice temple. Plus, they have a preaching center near the train station, and they just have very nice devotees who are preaching Krishna consciousness, which is what Srila Prabhupada wanted. Prabhupada's criticism against his godbrothers at the time, his criticism was they are not preaching. That was his only criticism, really. And then basically after Srila Prabhupada left, they kind of got the idea, oh, we should also be preaching. And so they started preaching and, of course, attracting people. And those people became devotees. Unfortunately, some of those devotees then thought, oh, we have to now convert members of ISKCON to follow our guru. That, of course, was a problem. But not all of them were doing that, just a few of them. So the Gaudiya Math of Vienna is following Bhakti Vaibhava Puri Maharaj, who was actually very dear to Srila Prabhupada. I met him in South India.
That's the old Puri.
He was the younger.
The younger Puri. Yeah.
And so the devotees of this Gaudiya Math, they have very high appreciation of our Srila Prabhupada. So there's a nice cooperative mood. They have Ratha Yatra together. They do Harinams together. And when I was there the last time, Natalia was also there. One of their swamis was also there for the Sunday program. I gave the Sunday talk and he led the kirtan. And it was just very nice. It was just as sweet as could be. So then we have Katyayani and her good husband, Virachandra, and guess where they are? They're in Galicia.
Gallegos.
Right.
Gusto de conocerlos.
Is that the local dialogue?
No,
Dialect?
that's Spanish. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Okay. Yes, Katyayani, actually, they were both there at our retreat in Govardhan this last February. And I had a little group of devotees helping to organize. And Katyayani was one of them. And in particular, she was helping with the Lakshmi and getting everyone in their rooms and getting the rooms paid for. Super. All those things. And she did such a good job. Everyone else in the organizing group were amazed. They said, wow, Katyayani, she's so expert.
Gracias.
And then we have the one and only Hiranya Pandit. Hare Krishna. Hiranya Pandit.
Is that a good thing? There is only one?
I don't know. But he's in Finland, in Helsinki.
Oh.
And Hiranya Pandit is a writer. I have only one complaint about his writing.
It's in Finnish.
It's always in Finnish, so I can't understand a word.
Hyalta.
He's written how many novels? 10?
Wow.
Or you're on number
11.
Oh, he's written 11 novels. They're all sort of adventure, from what he tells me, adventure, mystery. And they always weave in some sort of something Krishna conscious. Maybe you want to tell us a little about one of your novels, maybe your latest novel. Can you unmute yourself and tell us?
You're still muted.
Yeah. There's a button at the bottom left.
Well, but there is, maybe are you the host?
I'm not the host.
Who's the host? Because the host can mute everybody.
Oh.
Who's the host?
Right. The problem is she may not be with us this time. She told us she won't be able to be here.
We know this button. We can't do this. Okay. Okay. So it has to be done by the host. Anyway, Kitos.
Is Dharma Gupta, are you here? I didn't see you.
Yeah, because that's how you avoid people,
Yeah, I know. Okay. Well, next time.
Not coming.
Then we have Esther. Esther is in Pula, Croatia. And she's been there since, I don't know, decades, I would think, right? Yeah, 3 decades. Wow.
Whoa.
That's a long time to live in Pula.
For anybody.
Yes. Did you know that James Joyce spent time in Pula?
No.
There's a statue, a bronze statue of him sitting, I think he's sitting at a cafe in this bronze statue.
I was in James Joyce's, outside of his house in Dublin. Is basically a tower without windows.
Oh.
Yeah, not a nice place. I mean, no distractions for sure. It's like
No
like a
windows.
cement. No, I didn't see any.
Wow. For those of you who don't know who is James Joyce, well, I guess you want to tell who is James Joyce?
James Joyce is probably the better known Irish writer. He wrote Ulysses and Dubliners and a few other books. Towards the end of his life, he started going blind. So he had this very thick glasses, and he will write, of course, at that time, we write everything by hand. He will write 3 words per page in order to be able to see them. When he used a lot of paper, let's say. Yes. Very good writer. Very good writer.
Yes, famous for his stream of consciousness style, which means forget about, punctuation, sentences, maybe quite wild sorts.
Basically, forget the public.
Forget the public, yeah. Okay, then Rasodari Hari. Hari.
By the name, there must be Croatian or nearby, right?
That's right. He's just south of Zagreb. And Rasodari Hari he's an astrologer who you told me once you've read some 700 books of astrology.
Wow.
And he teaches astrology.
Nice.
And he also is the production manager, we can say, of books that we sometimes produce, generally from transcriptions of seminars and lectures, but also some other things. He's been very productive in that in recent years. And the most recent book, which is just almost ready for print, is, I think, going to be quite interesting. It's called Mountain of Love. And it's writings by the several devotees who took part in our Govardhan retreat this last February. So on the first day of the retreat, I asked devotees, or I didn't ask, I told them.
Of course.
I said, we're going to produce a book.
We don't ask.
I said, we're going to produce a book, and you all are going to write for it. And they all kind of went, And after a few days, Rasodari came to me and he said, we had more than 60 devotees at the retreat. He said, only 16 have agreed to write. So we had more work to do to tell them, you're going to write. And we got how many altogether eventually? 40 something. 40.
What's the topic of a book?
It's the retreat itself. So it's devotees' reflections, their realizations about Govardhan, especially because the retreat was right there at Govardhan. Anything from the parikrams we did, whatever. It was completely open-ended.
Nice.
But it has a lot of photos in the book. It's a designed book. It's, not just straight. So it's going to be I think, quite nice book. I'm trying to get devotees to write.
Good.
Then we have Kirtita Jivani, Devi Dasi. She has 3 Ds there.
Why the 3 Ds?
I don't know.
3D, special effects.
3D, yes. And you'll never guess where she is. She's in Mar del Plata.
Okay. Actually, I heard from Vrndavane Maharaj that Mar del Plata actually has become a very beautiful place. Like the Rambla, or the, what do you call that? The by the ocean, the walk by the ocean. It's
Uh-huh.
just beautiful cliffs and so on.
Oh,
Nice
okay.
place.
So there's a walkway. What do you call it? Well, they have maybe you know there's a kind of country ashram, I guess, and she is there.
Oh,
and then we have Yamuna. Yamuna Devi is living somewhere near to Golokadam, southwest Germany. Yes, and
very
she's
nice. Love that place.
You're also an astrologer, isn't it, Yamuna? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my apologies that we can't turn on the to unmute anyone.
Voices.
I think this is another reason for me to. I've been offered to get a subscription. Someone wants to pay for it, so I may just get my own Zoom account.
Can make your own decisions.
Yeah. Then Bhuvana Chandrika is also in Mendoza, and she's an artist, and she's an art teacher at, if I remember correctly, at the university.
Mira vos,
right?
Mira vos. Look at that.
Yes. Oh, Yamuna is offering to host the Sangas.
Oh,
well,
very
that's
good.
very kind of you. We can discuss. Okay. And then we have Anupama, who is at Radhadesh. Anupama has been there with her husband and her daughter for so many years.
Oh.
And they've been very much involved with Bhaktivedanta College, basically keeping it alive.
Who's her husband?
Dina Dayal.
I know him, and I know her too.
And
we met. Yes, Hare Krishna.
And then we're going a bit quickly. It would be nice to spend more time, but Audarya Janani, it looks like you're in your car now, which No, you're not in your car. Unless you're in your swing. Okay.
Unless a very, very large car.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. I was going to say, because Audarya Janani just had a child.
There's one there.
That's one of the older ones. But, her child is with her there. Yes. So, as she should be, she's resting. So that's good.
Very good.
And there's Dharma Gupta. Dharma Gupta, you've been quiet. And even though you also could be making microphones available, isn't it? Maybe it's not actually there. That's possible.
Okay.
All right. Then we have Ram Avatar and his wife are cooking. And now I'm embarrassed to say his wife's name is not coming to me at the moment. But
I don't see them anymore.
Something Dharani, I think.
The one back to the previous page?
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, there they are.
There they are. Okay.
She can write it on the text.
Yes.
On the chat.
Well, they're busy cooking.
So. Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Oops. Now she's changing the form. Okay. Let's see what happens.
1 sec.
Oh, maybe writing. Yes, Divya Darshini, of course.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Dear Lalita reminded. Okay. Actually, this is one advantage of having also a second screen. I can keep the chat open. I can keep it open here also, but it can get in the way. Anyway, we can keep it somewhere. All right. And we have Nritya Kishori, who is from Split, but living in Czechia. The new name of Czech Republic is Czechia, right? Somewhere in the sort of southeast of Czechia. And Nritya Kishori is one of our dramatists. She likes to do dramas. She's very good. And her husband is the king of Puri's name. What is it? From Lord Chaitanya's time.
Oh, Ramananda Roy. I mean,
the king.
The king.
My brain's not working.
Yeah. Raja.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah, right.
Oh, Kirtida Jeevani is writing.
Aha. Gracias.
What's she saying? Something about.
She said, Hare Krishna, Sarvatma Prabhu. It's a pleasure to see you after so many years. We met in India during a trip to Puri and other cities in 2015. You were our translator. I always remember you and Divya with great affection.
That's nice. Yes, you were with us on the Puri trek to.
Yes.
And you survived, I think, a week, and then one or both of you got sick.
Divya got sick. She got sick in Riga before we got there, and she never recovered, so we had to stay.
Oh.
Well, then they never told us that in Riga, the airport doesn't have sleeves going to the airplane, and we gave away our coats and boots and stuff because we were going to India, and it was -16. So we had to wait by the airplane, take an unheated bus and wait by the airplane for about 20 minutes. Wearing basically a shirt and a sweater, a light sweater. So she got pneumonia bronchitis from waiting.
Wow.
Yeah. So we never recovered.
There's Bhakta Emilio, who is somewhere in Brazil, and haven't seen him in quite some time.
Oh, it's back.
Then let's see who else we haven't mentioned. Mahima Mahi is from Croatia. Padma Manjari is the wife of Hiranya Pandit. Nandimukhi, are you there? Nandimukhi is at Singhachalam. Tirtharaj is in Valencia. There's Nandimukhi.
Hare Krishna.
Nandimukhi is one of the stalwarts of Singhachalam.
I remember Nandimukhi.
You remember?
Yeah, I do. Do you have a daughter too?
Yes.
Yes, I remember both of you.
And Tirtharaj is here.
In Valencia?
Yes, and he's sporting quite some beard, I must say.
Te queda bien. It looks good on you, huh? Less of your face to see.
He's not going to disagree. And Sumitra is also here. Are you there, Sumitra? Maybe not. Then there's Madhyana Leela. She's in Ljubljana. Madhyana Leela is now working as a guard at the American Embassy.
Wow, that's a tough job. Where?
In Ljubljana.
Oh, okay.
In Slovenia.
That's good. At least not Moscow or Gaza.
Yeah. And there's MD. I don't know who MD is.
Madhyama.
No, that's Madhyana. MD. MD, who are you? And then Kali Parayana Sevini is also in Mendoza. And Ratnavali is in London. She's from Poland. And Madai Jiva Nitai is in Wrocław, and he just got out of the hospital. Madai Jivan, are you able to speak? He had a surgery on his nose. And, no, I guess not. And Tia, are you there?
Yeah, up there.
Hare Krishna, Tia. Tia is, are you back in Asheville?
Yes, Maharaj, I'm in Asheville.
Oh, she spoke.
Yeah, I think we have some new hosts now who are able to unmute people. So
Well, it seems maybe Dharma Gupta woke up. I don't know. Oh yes, Madhyana Leela is also here.
You're in Asheville?
Tia is in Asheville, but not for much longer, right? Now you turned off your microphone. Anyway.
No, it's the host is playing. Yeah.
Oops. Oh, but here is the host. Darya Chandrika, we've been a little challenged without some hosting.
Yeah, can you please let people unmute themselves? Okay, now it's possible. Good, thank you.
Okay, I will. Yeah, well, thank you. Sorry for this. I jumped in to save the situation, and yes, I will put that everybody can unmute themselves by themselves.
Okay,
good. And while we're at it, whoops, she disappeared. This was.
Excuse me, but now many people have mic on. Can you mute? But if someone is muted, then they can unmute again.
If someone is muted, they cannot unmute again.
seems like it just went back and forth. So anyway,
all right,
let's keep going.
Okay.
Hare Krishna,
So
Guru
now
Maharaj.
not unmute.
Somebody good.
MD is Mandali. Oh, Mandali. Okay.
Mandali and Radhadesh?
Yes, Mandali and Radhadesh and Riyeka. Okay, we're.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Mis reverencias. Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Who is that?
I'm Kelly. Kelly Dasi.
Oh, it's Kali Paraina. Haribol. Buenos dias.
Buen día, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Haribol. Surya Kanya, did we have already? No, we didn't have Surya Kanya. She's in Zagreb, I think. No, where is Surya Kanya?
Only she knows.
Only she knows. Gauramitra is in Zagreb. Gauramitra, you're there. Gauramitra.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, you're outdoors.
Do they
Yeah,
didn't say that
I'm
they
going
didn't
to
have
one
food
program with
anymore?
devotees. Hare Krishna, Kavichandra Prabhu.
He doesn't live in the temple.
Oh, okay.
Is the roof back on the temple in Zagreb?
Yeah, it's already fixed. It's done.
Okay.
I hope that will stay next few years.
Say again.
He's
I
hoping.
hope that will stay on the house in next few years.
Yes. So Gauramitra is he's an expert gardener. He runs an NGO which inspires children in schools to connect with nature. Did I give a good description of what the NGO does?
Yes, exactly.
And he's also an expert cook. He knows how to cook for large numbers.
Mm.
And who am I missing here? Tarunisaki. Are you there, Tarunisaki?
Yep.
There she is. Are you in your garden?
Hare Krishna. No, I'm doing my hiking thingy.
You're doing your hiking.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Where is that?
Tarunisaki is in Ljubljana.
Yeah.
With her husband Sundar Gopal, and they're helping to manage my place in Slovenia. Is there any news about our legal situation?
Progressing in a slow motion.
It's slow motion.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of administrative glitches.
Administrative glitches?
Yes.
This translates as bureaucracy.
Yeah. Well,
So, I will send you a report, Maharaj, where we are.
okay. All right. We're in the process of trying to create a foundation.
Mm.
And
Nice.
it's like the Slovenian government is experiencing for the first time what it means to create a foundation.
Really?
They don't know what they're doing, it seems.
Yeah, it's not really common procedure, so they're all learning.
They're all it's a learning experience.
Yes.
I don't want to miss anyone here. Mahima Mai is in Croatia, and she lives kind of on an island, as I remember. Prananathari is in Czechia, and he and his wife are living in the country, and yeah, basically simple living, high thinking, I would say, is their essential program. Kike, ¿cómo estás, Kike? Are you there? He's in Córdoba.
Mm.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna, devotees. I'm here.
Okay, you're remaining hidden.
Yeah, because I'm moving a lot.
You're moving, okay. It's the Hare Krishna movement.
Yeah, Guru Maharaj.
And there's Dharma Mai. Dharma Mai is from Dharma Mai is also from Uruguay, a country that doesn't exist.
Yes. Maybe in the future.
Maybe in the future. They kind of move around on this Zoom. I wish Zoom would figure out a way so that this doesn't happen.
You can put them in a. Yeah, well, no, it will do the same thing.
And then jump around.
Yeah. Well, because as soon as somebody puts a video on, they just go to the first page.
Right. Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But, okay. Shravana Ramaniya. Shravana Ramaniya is also in Ljubljana with her husband.
Yeah, she's
unmuted. Govinda.
She's unmuted now.
Shravana Ramaniya, everything okay?
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Yes, we are driving.
Oh, you're driving. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, there she is. Yeah.
Hvala.
Okay. And we have this is Avaduta Raya. He calls himself Bhakti Sanga. Are you there? Are you there? He's in Novi Sad,
Hare Krishna.
Serbia. Hare Krishna, the mysterious Avaduta Raya. Thank you for sending what you sent to me yesterday.
I'm just curious for the IE translation, or how to say.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to deal with that. I glanced at the first verse, and I mean, it looked good, but you know, I couldn't really get into it to really examine it. And I have a lot of other priorities, but I don't know, it might be okay. We're talking about a translation of Sanskrit done by a computer.
Oh, like AI?
Yeah. All right. If anyone is here who hears me, who I have not yet mentioned, please feel free to.
It'd be nice if you put the camera on too, if possible.
Yeah.
Unless you have curlers and thick makeup, enough to trap small woodland creatures on it.
Right. Well, today we've just kind of gone through to say hello to all of you, and that's a good thing. I'm glad to see so many of you here this time. And I'm glad that we could have Sarvatma with us. I'm going to be here at Gita Nagari for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, I was going to say Gita Nagari is a farm that was established while Srila Prabhupada was here, was present. So it's, I don't know exact year, but 1970s. By 75, I think.
I think it was early, 73. Yeah.
73. And this is, it's a real farm. I mean,
oh yeah,
they have more than 300 acres, which means something.
355.
355 acres, which is more than 200 hectares. They have actually, there's a more recently acquired separate farm with, what did he say, 85? No, 55 acres.
No, more than that.
Anyway, they now have enough land that they can grow the feed for all their cows for the whole year.
Yeah.
They can maintain the cows for the whole year. How many cows?
About 90, of which 20 are given milk. And there's also CSA, which means community supported agriculture. In the garden now we grow during the warm parts of the year. We have enough vegetables to sell boxes of different vegetables to subscribers. We also that they pay and they get a box every week or every 2 weeks of vegetables from a farm or all organic. Our dairy products are ahimsa. We have subscribers pretty much everywhere. There are families in nearby states that maybe 60 families in one state, 60 families in another state. So every week, one of the family members drives over and picks up milk for everybody within that state, and they pick it up from a local temple. We make cheese, we make yogurt, we have retreats, people coming for seminars and for yoga retreats, et cetera, and we have many of those during the warm times. We have room to accommodate about 160 people. Not 160 rooms, but some rooms with 4 beds maybe and things like that. Yeah.
And they have deities here, Shri Radha Damodar. And Radha Damodar are very special deities.
Very special.
With a very interesting history. They were, I don't know if they were in the very beginning, but they were the Radha Damodar traveling bus party. And they used to get because he's Damodar. Damodar means tied up on the stomach. So they were tied up for traveling so that they wouldn't fall over. So they have some pastimes of...
Yeah, there were Vishnujan Swami's deities. He will actually, although they're Radha Krishna and they usually don't travel, he used to take them on Harinam to the park.
Yeah.
Daily.
They're metal deities. So, but yeah, it's very heavy.
And Damodar, Radha and Damodar are not, Krishna is usually 16 years old and all the other deities, but here Prabhupada said he's 7.
He's 7 years
seven
old.
years old. Yeah, so he's
and
very...
He has a girlfriend at 7.
He does have a girlfriend. and he's very demanding. He's, Damodar is not... It's like a child, and he's very possessive and very demanding. So every time we leave the farm, we have to ask permission from Damodar, because if permission to leave and permission to come back. Otherwise, we have seen what Damodar does. He just punctures people's tires and empties their batteries, and it's just too messy. So you have to ask Damodar for anything you do.
Yeah,
which is nice, very dependent. Also, Radharani she wears a shorter skirt. It used to be that you could see her feet, but not anymore. But because she's young, she's like a little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very beautiful.
You can probably go online and find photos, right?
Yeah, actually, I may have one. I can send it to you. You can send it to them.
Okay, we'll do some more of that next time, I think, because our time is up for today.
All right. Well,
so maybe we can all at this moment unmute and express our thanks for Sarvatma to come join us today.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu ki
Thank
jai.
you so much. Haribol.
thank you.
Hare
Krishna.
Haribol. Thank you. And we will see you next week. All things allowed. Oops, now we're getting
feedback.
There's Sumitra. Hare Krishna, Sumitra.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Sorry for not answering when you called me. I was putting Narasimha to bed.
No, that's okay. Oh, he's going to show us a picture of Radha Damodar.
Yeah. Go to your WhatsApp and put it on the chat. You can drag it to the desktop.
Oh, that's going to be complicated for me. I need an empty desktop.
Here. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. Where is it?
It's probably this one.
Okay. And oh, come on. Where's Zoom?
Here.
Okay. Let's see if we can.
No, that didn't work.
Okay. So open the chat. Where is the chat?
I guess it went to here.
Here?
Here.
More. Chat. Okay. Voila.
Okay, now you have a picture.
Yeah, so you can go,
Radha Damodar.
you can all go to the chat and see Radha Damodar. And if I'm not mistaken, I think my wife dressed them that day.
Huh. Nice.
Yes.
And one interesting thing about Damodar is, as you can see, they're metal deities. Damodar is actually lighter in color than Radha.
Yeah, it's silver and
silver, yeah.
and Radha's golden. We actually during Julan Yatra.
Yamuna says I cannot really see it in chat.
Really? Okay.
I cannot see. Maybe
you
still
can't.
Uploading. Maybe still uploading. It says.
Oh, I'm sorry. Send it to Dear Lalita.
Oh.
Okay. I'll do it again. One moment, please. Only.
Yeah, I have to change that.
Yeah, everyone.
Top.
Where is it? That's the top. It should say everyone here somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, meeting group chat, maybe that. Okay, let's try that. I assume this is the one. Yes. Okay. Try now. Yes, all good. All right.
All right. So.
Oh, I was saying that during Julan Yatra, we take the deities, physically take them out of a temple. Of course, it takes 4 strong men to take the deities out. And we have a swing that we swing the deities for several days. Every day we swing them. How a kirtan is beautiful.
That means every day in and out.
In and out. Yep. Yeah, we don't leave them out all night.
Oh.
They do come back.
Okay, so thank you all for joining. I wish you all a wonderful week. Chant and be happy. Keep sane. And we will see you next week, Krishna willing. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Bhakti Vaishnavinda ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanande.
So very beautiful. Thank you for
Hare
sharing.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Good weekend.
Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna family. Sweet.
Jai Guru Maharaj, Hare Krishna.